Forms of energy and enthalpy and internal energy. Objective: the learning outcomes of this video are forms of energy, stationary system, and enthalpy and control volume. Microscopic energy, however, is the energy at a molecular level within the system. Microscopic energy can be considered as the system's internal energy. The internal energy is basically the sum of different types of microscopic energies, such as the sensible energy, latent energy, chemical energy, and nuclear energy. Consider heating of ice in a laboratory. Initially, thermometer showing room temperature falls down to the temperature of ice. The temperature is -4 degrees Celsius. Now, when heat is applied, the temperature starts rising to 0 degrees Celsius and then shows no change in thermometer. Meanwhile, ice starts melting and converts to liquid state, water. When the entire ice has melted, temperature starts rising and reaches to 100 degrees Celsius. Now, again the temperature starts rising when the water converts into its gaseous state. Latent energy is released or absorbed when phase change of a system. Simply, certain amount of internal energy is required for the system to have solid phase, liquid phase, or a gas phase. Sensible energy is the kinetic energy of the particles within the system. The chemical energy is the measurement of the energy between the atomic bonds of the molecule. The combination reaction of hydrogen and oxygen to form water is an example of chemical energy. The chemical energy is the measurement of the energy between the atomic bonds of the molecule. Nuclear energy is the amount of energy associated to the nuclear bonds of an atom's nucleus. Nuclear fission is the reaction when one bigger nucleus is hit by a slow-moving neutron or a fast-moving electron. Nuclear fusion is the reaction when two smaller nuclei combines and forms a bigger nucleus. Kinetic energy is the energy of a system that relates the mass of a system to the velocity of a system. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Ke is equal to half mv square. Potential energy represents the stored energy within a system. An example of potential energy is when a system is held at a certain height, there is a stored amount of energy within that system which will be released when the system is allowed to fall. PE is equal to mgh. Stationary system. Closed system was stationary. That means the kinetic energy and potential energy of the system is zero. So, any changes in energy is direct result of changes of the internal energy changing within the system. Control volume is also the one form of energy. It is due to fluid stream flowing into or out from the control volume. This is an additional energy that needs to be considered. Let us solve an example. How many liters of water can 6.71 of ethane boil? The initial temperature and pressure of ethane and water is 0.95 bar and 25 degrees Celsius. Volume of ethane is 6.7 liters. Pressure exerted by ethane is 0.95 bar. Temperature of ethane is 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin. Change in heat in combustion is 1437.17 kilojoules per mole. As we know, N is equal to PV upon RT. Substituting and on evaluation, N is equal to 0.2569 mole. Thus, Q is equal to 369.21 kilojoules. Mass M equals to 1176.58 grams. Volume V equals to 1.177 liters. Summary. In this video, we have learnt about forms of energy, stationary system,